Now, I think we can all agree with this too. I think as we go into the future, we are facing many serious challenges that we really must take into consideration over the next decade in order to make wise investment choices. Let me lay out some of these challenges, and it's just so you'll understand where we're going and why you need to be prepared. First of all, this pandemic, nobody saw this coming. What this pandemic has done, it has absolutely cut the greatest economy in the world to its knees. Currently, we've got almost 40 million people unemployed. The national debt is $24 trillion. The interest is $400 to $500 billion per year. And it's been projected in the next 5 years, the national debt, just the interest, by the way, will be 1/4 of our budget. Let's keep going. If you look at what's going on in the country, look at what the federal government has done. They're spending money left and right. And listen, a lot of people needed this stimulus money, this relief package. $3 trillion was spent to help people who were unemployed. It was it's part of the PPP money for business owners. The legislators now are talking about another $3 trillion, and we don't even know if what they've already issued is working. It's not funneled into the economy at this point in time. Look at bailouts. We've got to have an airline industry. The oil industry has taken a whooping. I mean, who would have thought that if you looked at the oil prices, that oil prices for a barrel of oil would have been negative? I've never seen that in my life. What that really means is for an oil company who's producing oil, they had to pay a company to take that oil off their hands. Now, what we've seen is we've seen somewhat of a correction on that. You know, if you look at the barrel of oil right now, it's about $34 a barrel. Who would have thought we'd see 0% interest rates? Not me. The 10-year Treasury is about 0.75%. You've got European nations that are paying negative returns on money sitting in banks. There are plenty of countries that are issuing 100-year bonds now and basically paying no money on them. I'm not saying we're going there, but I do know this. Typically, when you drop interest rates and you stay where we are, economically, it's not the best thing for our country. A lot of other things. Look at the student loan debt. $1.7 trillion. The debt on credit cards is $1 trillion. Social Security is another issue. Social Security in 2020, for the first time, we're running a negative cash flow. By 2036, we will have depleted the reserves for Social Security. Medicare, it's been projected in 2026, Medicare will be insolvent. See, these are the challenges that we're facing. On top of all these challenges, guess what else? We currently have 79 million wonderful baby boomers. We've got 66 million Gen Xers. In the next 27 years, it's been projected that we're going to have over 140 million retirees in retirement. Let me stop right there. Where's the federal government going to get the money to take care of the 142 million people that are going to be retired, when we are currently struggling to take care of the 62 million who are retired right now? Before you answer that question, okay, I want you to ponder this. Currently, 50% of the people in this great nation make less than $30,000. 2/3 of the people in this wonderful country make less than $50,000 a year. And 50% of people pay no taxes whatsoever in this great nation. So I'm going to throw this back to you. Where is the federal government going to get the money to solve these challenges? Taxes. Let me first of all say, taxes 100% will go up in the future. They will go up and benefits will go down for most Americans in this country. And when you raise taxes and you drop benefits, what you're doing is that as a consumer, you've got more out-of-pocket expense, which means we're going to be able to buy less consumer goods and services. What does that mean? That means that's going to have an impact on all these companies, the company's earnings, and their stock prices. Get this, okay? The government cannot raise taxes too high in order to solve these unlimited challenges that we're facing. Because here's the problem. If you raise taxes too high, guess what you'll do? You'll absolutely destroy the U.S. economy. You not only will destroy our economy, you will destroy the world economy. And you can't raise taxes too high that people don't have the incentive to create and to work. I am seeing that right now. With some of these unemployment checks, you got people who do not want to go back and work because they're better off. They're going to make more money staying home than to come back to work. So again, where's the government going to make up the difference? Where would this revenue come from? They're going to monetize the debt. And what I mean by that, they're going to print the money. I call it funny money. And here's a fact. If you keep printing money at the excessive rate that we're printing it, I want you to think about what happens when you do that. What you have is you typically have inflation, maybe hyperinflation in the future. The other thing that typically happens is you devalue the dollar. The dollar becomes typically not worthless, but the dollar takes on less value. So again, we don't have the purchasing power going forward. Now, here's the good news. You ready? The good news, if you understand these challenges that I'm talking about, that it's going to put you in a position that you can take advantage of the strategies that we have at Berry Financial Group that can protect you against taxes and market losses. Wouldn't it be cool for a change if you got on the front end of the problem and not on the tail end? See, that's what I'm telling you. What people want to do is they want to talk about all the money they're making for people. It doesn't exist, everybody. So I want to really just kind of hone in on that a little bit. And I want to talk a little bit about Wall Street.